We're doing a case study today. This is a case study on toolfinder.co. The person who made it submitted his story to the entrepreneur subreddit. I'm going to read his story about how he created it and marketed it. I think it's pretty good. And then I'm going to tell you my findings about toolfinder.co because I think my findings are pretty interesting and it was unexpected for me. It's ranking for a lot of keywords using a combination of programmatic SEO and user-generated content, but user-generated content on its site and doing YouTube SEO. So this is a pretty cool story, pretty easy to understand as well. So it starts with this post on the entrepreneur subreddit by Francesco, who made Toolfinder. And he made this post. It's called YouTuber turned co-founder, creating to startup. This is what he says. In the last 24 months, I've pivoted from focusing solely on YouTube content to building a startup. Long story short, I run a YouTube channel focused on software and helping people find the best tools for the job. We amassed quite a following, over 400,000 plus subscribers over the span of 10 years. Midway into 2023, I was really thinking ahead after many internal chats with myself about whether or not YouTube would be around in the next few years. With that worry, I decided to look at scale. I was already working at the time with a co-founder on another app that was a mini to-do app on the iOS App Store. It was doing good numbers, but not insane numbers. It was around 1/5 of the YouTube revenue and business. As of that year, I launched a directory I made with a combination of Super, Notion, and Tally. So no code. This guy made a no-code directory with Super, Notion, and Tally all in a weekend. So he made it all in a weekend, and he said it popped off, getting Product Hunt #1 for the day and week, and over 20,000 in traffic that first week. The MVP was there. The minimal viable product was there. I looked at the Product Hunt listing, and I think he also he had a list that he was able to promote it to because he was on YouTube. That's another thing. If you're a content creator and you drop something on Product Hunt, you gotta share it with your list. But so he gets to #1 on Product Hunt for the day and week, and he says over 20,000 in traffic that first week. So the post continues. Basically, 3 months down the line, it was still picking up traction. So I spoke with that same friend that I launched the to-do list app with. He was up for a 50-50 split of the entire business. This helped the first build of the tool. Now zooming forward to today, the startup toolfinder.co and the other tools we work on together has almost 2x the income we were doing from YouTube. If I had carried on, things would have been more pressuring as a YouTube creator. So I think this is a very cool short story. Guy spends a weekend making a no-code tool with Super, Notion, and Tally that's perfect for his audience, his existing YouTube audience, because the tool that he makes is about sharing software tools. And that's what he does on YouTube. He drops it on Product Hunt, gets #1 for the day and week, over 20,000 in traffic that first week, and continues with it. And now it's ranking for 5,000 keywords, and it has 105 keywords in positions 1 through 3 on Google. Before I go into the SEO, I'm going to just tell you how he made it with Super, Notion, and Tally. And I just had ChatGPT write a quick description of this. So this is what it says. Super is a no-code tool that allows you to turn Notion pages into websites. It provides custom domains, SEO features, themes, and fast-loading static pages while keeping Notion as a content management system. Notion is an all-in-one workspace and database that can be used for note-taking, project management, and even as a lightweight no-code tool for building simple databases, wikis, and internal dashboards. And Tally is a no-code form builder that integrates well with Notion. It's similar to Typeform or Google Forms, but offers more flexibility in design, conditional logic, and free unlimited form submissions. So I think it's super cool that he just used these 3 tools to make this, launched it on Product Hunt, and got a ton of users. Let's go into the search engine optimization now. Like I said, Toolfinder ranks for 5,000 keywords, 105 keywords in positions 1 through 3. Here are some of its top ranking keywords. And it has 36 out of 100 SEO domain authority, which is pretty good. So it ranks #1 for Rise Review, Day 1 Journal Review, Reviews Amazing Marvin, Programs to help students take notes. That's a great keyword. Habitfy Expensive, all-in-one productivity app, Personal Reminder. Wow, it ranks #1 for Personal Reminder. Noseby Reviews, Reflect Reviews, Max Focus Pricing, Personal Productivity Expert, Tools to Find, productivity trainers, better reminders. So it ranks for all of these. Oh, it ranks for best reminders app. It ranks for all of these tool review keywords and recommendation keywords. A really good niche to be in because you can charge a lot to your customers if you have that sort of power. Customers have software tools. They want to have good reviews showing on Google. This allows that to happen. This is how it works though. So I'm not going to make assumptions, but it seems like you can pay to have favorable treatment. Maybe. I'm not going to say that you can or that you can't, but there are other similar tools just like this that I know of that work very similarly. In fact, toolfinder.co might even be able to be used for parasite SEO if you have a SaaS, if you have a software as a service. So you could use Toolfinder to have it rank for review keywords around your SaaS with a good review, or around use case keywords for your SaaS with positive language. But this is how Toolfinder works. And like I said, it's user-generated content and programmatic SEO. And that's how it's ranking for all of these keywords. So this is how it works. I'm going to read its rules. So basically, you submit your tool. You have a listing for your tool. This is what it says. A listing is not a review. Listings include a logo, image for card, and short description. There are two options to submit to Toolfinder. There's a free option and then a $99 one-off option where you get to skip the queue and you are submitted within 72 hours and you get more bonuses. And free submissions are not guaranteed to be accepted. So then there's a question, what happens to your listing? Your tool will get a page that includes information on the tool, a reviews page for customers to submit their own reviews, which is all approved by the Toolfinder team, and the tool will be discoverable via a category and referenced in all tools on Toolfinder. Category pages are assigned by us, and you might be featured across multiple categories. All tools could be included and featured in lists if we deem editorial suitable. These lists reach thousands of people every single week, and they also rank on Google. So then there's a question, what is your refund policy? If a tool is not approved, we will refund your amount. After a submission, you can cancel your annual subscription. I don't know how much the annual subscription is. If you don't renew your annual subscription, your listing will still remain, but ads will appear on your page to competitive services and tools in your niche. Listings cannot be removed off Toolfinder. That's crazy. I think they have a good business model for them. Then there's a question, will my listing turn into a review? Listings can turn into reviews, but this is done editorially. Reviews are given a score and scorecard, but again are done editorially, meaning you do not have any input to our opinions and rating. So that's what it says. I'm not going to assume that they're lying, but the frame that I come from is there's always a way. I don't think they would write you a good review if you had an absolutely awful tool, but I think if you had a okay tool, I don't think they would write you a bad review. This is my intuition from having worked with tools like this before. So these are the controls that users have over the listing. And I'm sharing this for anybody who is curious about actually using it for their software tool, because lots of listeners of the show have SaaS. They have SaaS apps. So what control do I have of the listing? Listings can have the ability to share a logo, card image, and short description upon submission. Additional charges are charged per time to reduce administration. We control what category you enter as to not overpopulate the site. And then there's some more rules, but basically you can pay to update your listing. Does my tool get guaranteed clicks? No. Toolfinder will become a knowledge base for those seeking tools best for them and serves as the brain of knowledge for upcoming AI features. And then the last one is they're launching advertising at the end of 2024. So I guess they probably launched it, but they haven't updated this saying that they launched it. So that's how it works. My intuition tells me that you could pay to have priority service and to have favorable treatment. I wouldn't try it if you had a piece of junk SaaS that you were trying to pass as something amazing. But I've also just, like I said, I've seen that websites like this are very good to their customers. I'm recording this after my original recording. I forgot to talk about how it's using UGC and programmatic SEO to rank on Google, but it's pretty straightforward. People submit their tools, so they get their submissions, and that's the UGC aspect. People submit the logo, the image card, the short description, so you can use your keywords in your description. And then the programmatic SEO aspect is the site categorizes tools and uses language that helps them rank for reviews or ratings or best of. Oh, there's also a reviews page for the customers to submit their own reviews, which get approved by the tool finder team. Makes me wonder, how do they verify if someone is actually a customer of the tool? And like I said, listings get turned into reviews, which is done editorially. So the UGC is the people who have the tools submit them using their own language. The site categorizes them, uses its own language that helps the tools rank on Google and helps this site get more traffic from Google. And it becomes like a positive flywheel as well. It increases visibility for Tool Finder. More people see it, and then people who have their own tools submit to Tool Finder. Also, I think this guy is sharing his story on the entrepreneur subreddit. That was such a smart place to drop this story. That's a good example of using the entrepreneur subreddit to get more visibility for your product or service and doing it in a way that's still beneficial, because I think he gave a good description of how he actually created this that can help people. I also think that's why this wasn't taken down. And he didn't directly link to Tool Finder. He wrote he wrote dot.co. But I think that's why this was allowed. Also, I just got to say it, Tool Finder gives this guy so much power. It's such an interesting thing, because if there's someone that he doesn't like and they have a SaaS tool, he can have it on his site with a negative review and it will rank well. It's just crazy. It's very impressive what this guy did. Overall, very impressive. All right, I'm going to go back to the original recording now. I'm going to read the titles of some of their videos. So first of all, by the way, and it's just one guy, Francesco, he changed the name of his 10-year plus YouTube channel to Tool Finder. It wasn't originally called Tool Finder, changed it to Tool Finder. Some of its oldest videos are like Evernote reviews, productivity app reviews, to-do list reviews, swipe app reviews. And now there are all these videos like what is Smartsheet? What is Craft? What is Asana? 5 best habit tracking apps for 2025. These are all keywords. These are all things that people search into Google and into YouTube, but a lot of YouTube videos are ranking really well on Google. Notable review, task heat review. And I bet he's able to get a lot of these reviews from Tool Finder as well. I think it's just such a cool ecosystem that he's built, where he uses YouTube to get more publicity and clicks to Tool Finder. And it's this YouTube channel that he had for 10 years. He also uses YouTube to do SEO, and he uses Tool Finder to do SEO. I think Tool Finder could end up making a ton of money and be a very dominant player in the SERPs for its niche. I think this is really cool. This is a really cool success story. And it started with him building it with no-code tools, with Super, Notion, and Tally. That's cool. So this is an awesome success story. For anyone who has a SaaS, they can use Tool Finder. Shout out to Francesco for doing this and for sharing this on the entrepreneur subreddit. That's what I wanted to share with you today. I just personally, as somebody who has SaaS companies himself, I thought this was cool. I thought this was interesting. Also, he clearly knows what he's doing with SEO, and I respect that. All right. That is all for episode 584 of my daily digital marketing podcast. 584 days in a row doing this show. Check out this shirt if you're watching on YouTube. This is the new shirt, new compact keyword shirt. Everyone, I will talk to you all tomorrow. Bye now.